Watch, as I bring my shoulder up, it shortened. Did you see how that shortened here? So when we are sitting here typing, right? Typing for hours, it tightens this muscle here. So then what can happen is it can radiate up to the back of the neck, and it can cause headaches. It can cause the tension in the shoulders. It can cause issues with the neck and the back. And over time, it's like I have this nagging discomfort or nagging pain in my neck and my shoulders, and I can't get rid of it. So what do? That is what we're going to discuss today. So if you're interested in that topic, stay tuned. All right, welcome back. Let's go ahead and get into the topic. Let's talk about what causes tight muscles. Tight muscles are often caused from tension. Now, the tension can be, me sitting at the desk for a long time, typing, my shoulders get hiked up. Perhaps now there are deadlines. I have people calling me and they need something, and I have all these things that I need to do in addition to now these new tasks or new demands that are on me. Perhaps I didn't sleep well last night. Maybe the pillow height wasn't right. And so I was, sleeping this way. I do that sometimes. And then because the pillow height is not right, now this muscle was shortened. Traveling on the airplane or traveling in the car can also cause that because you're trying to get comfortable, right? And then your neck is in that position for hours, which causes that tightness, that muscle to shorten. But also even shoulder workouts, right? If we are sitting at a desk for hours on end, chances are, I've noticed this with many of my clients who work in offices, that we have to strengthen those shoulders, but we have to be careful in doing so because we want to make sure that we are lengthening those tight muscles and strengthening those weaker muscles, okay? And so as we are strengthening the upper body, women oftentimes are weaker in our upper bodies than our lower bodies. And so we can kick someone across the street, but when it comes to pushing a door open, sometimes we can struggle. That is how our body's made up. So we really have to focus on that. And so if your tightness is from weightlifting, right? Perhaps you are doing more upper body or more shoulder, right? More shoulder exercises, maybe even more chest exercises. Then you may feel muscle tightness as well, but it is from muscle soreness, but the muscle soreness is from tight, shortened muscles, all right? So then what do we do for that? The first thing I recommend is warming up the muscle. Now, you can warm the muscle up in two ways. You can warm them up physically, naturally, by moving your body, okay? So you can do a walking workout, and then after the walking workout, do a stretching. I have a very nice neck stretch session or workout here on the channel that you can enjoy. So you do your warm up first to get the whole body warm, and then you want to work on the length of that muscle. By lengthening the muscle is stretching the muscle, okay? As you stretch the muscle, you lengthen the muscle at the same time. Now, after you've done that, you've warmed up the muscle, you've lengthened the muscle, then you want to go in with your castor oil, okay? Now, if you don't want to do the warm-up, perhaps you've had a long day, you can do a manual warm-up, and that is using a heating pad. I like to recommend a nice warm towel on that muscle, and then if you have a heating pad, you can put that on top too, so that way it's not drying out the muscle, okay? So if you are in dry heat or dry air, not drinking enough water perhaps, you don't want to zap more moisture from that muscle. You want to add moisture in there. So a nice warm towel and then a heating pad on top of that is great for doing that. Now, let's get to the castor oil. So what do? So let's say that I've warmed up, had a nice walk outside. It's truly hot outside. And I did some lengthening with the neck, okay? And then I'm gonna go in with my castor oil. It's nice and gloopy, okay? And I'm just gonna go ahead, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna palpate, okay? So I'm gonna go and feel. I know it's tight in this area, but what I'm looking for now is, and I'm using the cushions of my fingers, okay? So what I'm looking for now is knots. I'm looking for bands. I'm looking for something that's really hard and it feels like a knot. Okay, so what you want to do is once you find that, you want to rub up and down that spot. Okay, you can sometimes even feel like if you turn your head to the side, you'll feel like, oh, okay, so it's because sometimes we can get knots, and those knots will limit that range of motion. It will limit you from turning your head. So if you've ever had that and you're not quite sure what that was, chances are you had a knot in your shoulder, or you have it, this is a typical area too, right in here, okay, right in here behind that shoulder blade. Now, if you feel that in the shoulder blade, you can get yourself one of these, okay? They have these in Amazon, but you can also get a nice long sock, and in that sock put a lacrosse ball in it. And I have one right here. So I want to show you, I like this one better because it can really get to those spots that are hard to reach. So I have a nice firm ball here, okay? And then you want to get a nice sock that you don't care about. You can buy, a nice cotton sock. So again, I'm going to show you how to do that as well from your office chair or even on a wall. All right. I have some neck tightness here, and I go in there and rub this out. Now, because the castor oil has ricinoleic acid in it, that is similar to capsaicin. Capsaicin is found in that spiciness of the peppers, right? That capsaicin helps to promote more blood flow. And I like to say it this way: where you have more blood flow, you have healing, okay? So that's why it's so important. Unless there was an injury, you don't want blood flow. You want to constrict by putting a cold compress on that, okay? Now, what that ricinoleic acid does is it is also, I'm looking at my notes, it is also believed to be neurogenic. So what that means is if there's inflammation, chances are if there's soreness, then there's probably inflammation. Inflammation is normal, okay, but you want to keep inflammation at bay. And so one of the ways that we do that when it comes to muscle soreness is using like a sports cream, a muscle cream. Today we're using castor oil, okay? Because if you don't have a sports cream handy, or you don't want that, you don't like the smell of it, you can actually have use castor oil, and it is phenomenal for that, okay? Because it is neurogenic. Studies have also shown that individuals who had rheumatoid arthritis, joint pain, muscle soreness, they felt improvement with using the castor oil, okay? So you're working on the knots, and you can do that before bed. You can do it when you get home. You can do it after a nice warm bath. That's another way to warm those muscles up. The whole point is to find and locate where that muscle is most tender. Now, what you want to do is glide, and that's what the castor oil does. It helps you to glide across that muscle, so you don't have to be aggressive. But what you're doing here is you're promoting blood flow back into the muscle, and that will help with the muscle soreness as well as the tightness. Oh, that feels amazing. Okay, I wanted to show you if you have issues with your, behind the shoulder blade. Those are called the rhomboids. You may feel that. And it's common to not be able to turn your head to the side, and that's very, very uncomfortable. So you can use castor oil for that area. Have someone help you to apply the castor oil, right? But here's what you do is you take the sock. So you have a nice long sock. You put the lacrosse ball there. And this is why you want it to be long, because you want to be able to control that, okay? Now you can use your chair, okay? Let me show you. I'm up against the chair, and what I'm looking for is I'm finding that knot, okay? So I feel a knot here, and what you do is you press on it gently. You don't need to be aggressive, right? And then what I want you to do is breathe through that. So we take a few breaths in through the nose, because the breath work is going to help the muscles relax, okay? It's hard to stretch muscles out or rub out muscles when you're tense. So this helps to relax those muscles, and then you go across that muscle, okay? What I also like to do is as you glide across the muscle, turn your head to the left and to the right, to the left and to the right. That also helps. If you start to feel, okay, this is helping me, this feels so much better, I recommend maybe keeping this in around your desk, so that if you have that often, it will provide a little bit of support for you, relief for you as well. And just gliding across, and that's a super neat way. Oh, this feels amazing. Up and down, find that area, get into that knot, and just kind of hang out there for a little bit. You don't need to be aggressive, especially if it's really tight. You just want to get blood flow back in that muscle. Breathe it out, relax the muscles, and then side to side. Now, another thing that you can do is take that arm across the chest and then go up and down, because now sometimes it's behind the shoulder blade, and this helps to get there as well. Okay, and so that is how you can alleviate muscle soreness just from using castor oil. Okay, like I said, you want to make sure that the castor oil is in a dark bottle. You want to make sure that the castor oil is hexane free and organic, as well as cold pressed. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that you found it helpful. Please go ahead and save this one, because if you've not experienced tight sore muscles yet, chances are, if you remain active, you probably will. All right. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If so, and you've not yet subscribed, go ahead and consider subscribing. And you can do that by hitting that subscribe button and that notification bell, so the next time I upload a video, you will be among the first to be notified. And for those of you who are already a member here, thank you so much for being a part of this community. You mean so much, and I hope that you enjoy this video. If so, share it with a few of your besties. Just hit that share button, and let's get more people elevating wellness in 2024. I look forward to seeing you all in the next video, and until next time, live beautiful.